Hi, hello, welcome. And this is Charulatha from St. Paul's, Dimavaram, Chengalpet. We are looking for commerce, 12th commerce, lesson 1 principles of management. Now, this is already we have in the day 1 we saw about the meaning and definition of management. Now, we are going to see about the next concept, whether management is an art or science. So, before that, let me have the recap of this meaning and the definition. Management is nothing but it is a goal oriented and it is the art of getting things with and through others. And the concept of management, the first one is body of knowledge, and the second one is management tools, and the third one is separate discipline, and the fourth one is specialization, and the fifth one is code of conduct, and the sixth one is professional association. These are the concept of management, and we saw the generalized definition of the management. It is an ongoing process. The management has to use all the economic and the human resources to achieve their stated objectives. That is, they will predetermine their goals or the objectives of the organization. Accordingly, they will move, and the input what they use is men, material, money. Out of these input, they process with the planning, controlling, organizing, and directing. Out of this, they get an output. Output is nothing but the desired goals which they have already planned. This is the generalized definition of the management. And we also saw about the Peter F. Drucker's management definition, that management has to manage a business, manage the manager, manages the worker, and also the work. And without it, if we omit any one of this, management would be an incomplete one. And these are the stress made by Peter F. Drucker regarding the management. Now the next topic is whether management is an art or science. We have to compare the management with the science, and we have to compare the management with the art, and we have to see what are the common features with the management and art and management and science, and then we can come to the conclusion whether it is an art or the science. And the first thing what we are going to see about is whether it is a management or science. Management is an inexact science. Why they are telling it as an inexact science? Because in the pure science, the principles or the examples are put into the test in the laboratory, and they will prove it or disapprove it exactly. Similarly, in the management also, the manager of the organization use the men, machine, money, and materials, and they work and coordinate and direct the employees in order to achieve the organizational goals. So they are doing the experiment with all these 4 M's, and at last they get the results, and they also they can prove, but they cannot prove exactly. The management cannot prove exactly because the results may vary or according to the changing environment. As of now, we are in quarantine, so the management would have already we have seen that the managing is something which we have a predetermined goal or objectives. According to that, we have to move. So they would have set the objective, they would have mentioned the target. By the end of this month, we have to achieve the target of 10,000 units of production. But due to this quarantine, most of the employees would not have come, so the objective, the production would have been less. So this is because of the changing environment, the practical difficulties. So we cannot say that management is exactly a science. So management can be described as inexact science. In the science, in the lab, we can prove hydrogen with oxygen gives you H2O. But in the management, it cannot be done because of the changing environment and the policies. And now, when we go for an art, comparing the management with the art. Art means what? Art is nothing but learning of the skills or practicing them in day-to-day life. Art, what do you mean exactly in Tamil? It is a kalai. Kalai அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். Okay, each one have an art. See, for you people as a student, copying in the exam is also an art. Some of them don't know that art also. They will be caught hold even without even copying. So it is a art even for copying in the exam. So I wanted to explain you what is meant by art. So don't go in the wrong way. I am telling you. So a mason or a carpenter or a mechanic or a musician, they can perform their work anywhere, any time when we are asked them to do, because they have that skill, they have learned the skill and they know to apply those skills. But the concept of management, these required skills to the manager, but the level or the span of their managerial skills would vary from person to person. What do they mean by that? See, a manager can control only up to certain limit of the employees. If it is more than 1000 or more than 2000, if the manager could able to manage the control the employees, no, it is not possible. In the same way also in the school, a principal can manage with a 50 to 70 number of teachers. But if it is more than 100 500 now, it will be bit uncontrollable. They cannot manage the things. Same way, so the managerial skills vary from person to person or from individual to individual according to their skills. So the conclusion is, we cannot say management is neither a science nor an art, but it is a combination of both holding the managerial positions. So those are holding the managerial positions, they have to apply the scientific skills and the principles in order to achieve the organizational goals effectively and quickly. So in conclusion, we can say that management is neither a science nor an art. Hope you understand the meaning, what is whether management is an art or the science. Okay. Next, what is the difference between the management and administration? Okay, management, you just think about the school. Suppose if it is a school, management is principal. Okay, administration is correspondent. Okay, so the administration, the correspondent, he is concerned about with the framing the policies and setting the objectives. The correspondent would say we have to give the admission for total number of students, and we have to get the affiliation for the 10th and the 12th, and they have to give the results. These are the things the admin people can do. Okay, management is, they have to plan, the principal have to plan how many students in a class, how many teachers we have to put, and what are the main subject to be given. All these are the plans that are taken by the principal. And administration is art of decision making. So the correspondent makes the decision, okay, at the top, and they will evolve the policies of the business. I am telling about the school. If it is an organization or the company, it is the CEO is the administrator, and the management is managers. So it is the difference between the manager and the CEO or the managing directors, MD. Okay, so management is about managers and administration is about MDs or CEO or board of directors. Okay, this is the difference between the management and administration. We will come to know the difference exactly. So the meaning is, the management is the original way of managing the people and the things of the business, and it is called as management. Whereas administration means it is a group of people, the process of administrating the organization. Who administrates the management is called as an administration. Authority means here middle and lower level authority. In the administration, it is top level. Top level, as I said, in the school it is a correspondent, and in the management is a principal and AHM. And the role of the management is executive, whereas administration is decisive. That is, the administrator, the correspondent or the MD or the CEO will make the decision of the policies, but these policies will be executed only through the management. And the concerned with management is concerned with the policy implementation, whereas the administration is concerned with the policy formulation. Unless otherwise the administration forms the policies, the management cannot implement the policies. So the role of the management is for implementing the policy, but the administration is the only one who forms the policies, who formulate the policies. And area of operation, the fourth difference is area of operation. Management works under the administration, whereas administration, they have the full control of the whole organization. That is called the administrators. Okay, and then applicable to, who are all applicable to the management and the administrations? profit making organization, that is business organizations comes under applicable to the management. Whereas administrations, who are all adminers, government offices, military clubs, business enterprises, hospitals, religious and educational organizations. Next, decides. Who decides what? Who will do the work and how it will be done? These are the things which will be coordinated by the management. Whereas administrators, what they do, what should be done and when it should be done. This is a decision maken by the administration. These are the difference between the management and administration. And the next one is work. Work. What are the work done by the management now? They put the plans and policies into the actions, whereas the administration, they form the policies, they form the plan, and they set the objectives, they frame the objectives, and the management will put it to the action. Next, focus on. Management works managing the works, but administration make the best allocation of the limited resources. The correspondent use the teachers and the admins in order the best use of them, or the organization or the company use the resources here, men, material, money and machine, and these they will use the limited possible allocation of the resources, and management will manage the works, will focus on managing the work, how it should be done, how it should go through. Okay, next, the key person. Who is the key person of the management? Manager. And the administration, administrator is the key person of administration. And represents. Management represents. Who are all the management people? Employees who work for the remuneration. So, employees, they work for the salary. But administration, they are the owners. They get the interest for the capital they are invested by them. Okay. They are the owners, administrators are the owners, whereas management, they are only employees, they get the remuneration for the work done by them. And the last one is function. Already we have done, we have gone through this. Management is executive and governing. They implement, they execute the policies and the plans that are framed by the administrators. And here, legislative and determinative. The administration forms the law, they formulate the legislative, they decide the plans and the policies. So these are the functions of the management and administration. So this is the difference between the management and the administration. Let us have a recap. Meaning, first difference is meaning, second one is authority, third one is the role, fourth one is concerned with policy implementation and policy formulation. Next, area of operation, applicable to, and decides, work, focus on, key person, represents, functions, etc. So this is a difference between the management and the administration. Hope you understand this, and tomorrow's section we will see about the management process. Thank you, children.